Come and jump in the ride, hop on the bus. We gon' slide, be outside when we pick you up. Take you to a place where you can open up your mind. Say what you gotta say, and nobody blinks an eye. You on the long bus, with short thoughts, long bus, with short thoughts, long bus, with short thoughts. You on the long bus, with short thoughts, long bus, with short thoughts, long bus, with short thoughts. At the bus stop and whatnot with some blunts in my lunchbox. Enough stock to last the whole show. Got a whole packed road. The place about to go, better keep your glass cold. I jump in, meet my other friends. Big respect, gotta show love to them. You wouldn't believe who they bumping in. Why you looking like that? You coming in? Anyway, this is Matt, that's Steve. What a rich dandy. There's Jason, there's Robin, that's the other Steve. This the whole damn team, the whole stampede. Welcome to the show. Go ahead and speak. Make yourself at home. Here, take a seat. Let your mind free. Hit a little tree. Take a little drink. Whatever you need. Whatever you enjoy.
All right, fellas, welcome to show 49. How are we doing today? 49.
Almost a fucking year in, huh?
Almost.
49.
Yeah, we're gonna get the business out of the way here. Like, share, subscribe. We'd like to shake our.
We'd like to shake our fucking
Habits, glass, and audio.
Welcome to prison. Jesus.
Fucked it up.
We'd like to thank our sponsor, Habit, Glass, and Goodies. They have 3 stores here in Omaha, one on 101st and Maple, one on 84th and J, and one over in the Florence neighborhood on North 30th. But so today we got Steve, we got Danny, and we got comedian Rachel Ware.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm great.
So you're the first female that we haven't known for years that has sat at this table. So welcome.
Yes.
Say that I'm the first female in years that you
that I haven't
haven't
known in years.
That we have,
like
that
I haven't
that we
known
haven't known
4 years.
Yeah.
4 years.
known for years.
Yes.
Got it. Cool.
like went to high school with, you know what
Yes, gotcha.
long
it's
time.
just
Well,
been
good.
a
That
ton
makes
of
me feel
dudes.
crazy comfortable in
It's
this
just
little
been a
room
ton
with
of
you
dudes.
guys.
Got it all.
Yeah.
And we got it on camera. I mean,
Yeah.
So I've heard you and your husband on Todd and Tyler, and I heard you initially say that you were funnier than him. So I was like, I'm gonna have to get him in first.
Yeah. And what did we learn?
We're gonna learn right now. I think
Okay.
you're off to a good start here. The pre-show, you've had us laughing our asses off.
I don't know. I was gonna say Danny's already on my side, so I got
Danny's
Danny in the
definitely
bag.
on your side. So not only are you a comedian, you've done a bunch of voice acting.
I have, yeah.
Yeah, and you were in Strawberry Shortcake.
I was the voice of Angel Cake in Strawberry Shortcake
nice.
remake. Yeah.
Wow.
From 2001 until like 2009, 10
Wow.
or so.
What is that? I didn't
don't remember Strawberry
I
Shortcake?
remember Strawberry Shortcake. My sister, I remember it,
Yeah.
But I didn't know like 2001 there was anything with Strawberry Shortcake.
a
Yeah,
movie.
they redid it. They put Strawberry Shortake in jeans. It was big.
Shit.
It was big.
She went in the little white dress or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. They were like, you know what, this girl needs pants. Yeah. And they were like, let's do it. Yeah,
Wow.
so I did that
So they
voice.
locked that shit up, huh?
Yeah, yeah. So
You're
my
a fucking weirdo. You know that.
oh, I thought you were looking at me, and I was like, listen, a gig's a
he's-
gig, man.
Listen, hey, we'll leave the whole Angel Cake thing alone. I get it.
Yeah. I do want a tramp stamp that says Angel Cake,
Angel
though.
Hey, there you
I
go.
Oh,
really do.
damn.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
you probably deserve that one, right?
Right? Oh,
Right,
yeah.
right,
We've
right.
all
You earned
seen it. I'm in overalls this morning, but when I was leaving, I felt the ice.
So I found something on IMDb that says you were in a movie called The Headliner. Was that a deal or is that?
Yeah. So the Headliner was just shot in Omaha by Tony Benici.
Okay.
I think I butchered his last name, but he submitted that to national film festivals, and it has a lot of like local comedians in it: Zach Peterson, Megan Malone, Carmela Anderson, people like that. But they let us use our own material in the film. So I am Rachel Ware's stand-up comedian, friend of the like lead guy in it. And I love that my friend Tony, when he told me that he has been showing it around, he messaged me and he was like, hey, one of the only times they laugh in the movie is during your set.
Nice.
Not one of the only times. I think it's a great film. I saw it and I really like it.
Yeah.
But
That's cool.
No,
Yeah.
I was scrolling through things that you'd done, and
Mhm.
there's a billion Strawberry Shortcake things, and then the
The headliner, yeah. And I didn't buy my IMDb, and I've never updated my IMDb. There's a lot. One of the better films that I was in was, oh, now I can't remember the name of it, but it had Ellen Bernstein in it, Martin Landau, the guy, who's the guy that was in Step Brothers and Parks and Rec, plays Leslie's boyfriend on Parks and Rec. Either way, he was in that film too. And I was a store clerk that had one line, and then I got cut on the cutting room floor before it went to the film. They showed me in the film festival, and then when it went to regular film, they cut me out. Yeah, I was like, dang.
That sucks.
So they made you an extra, huh?
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, exactly. I went from I went from lined character to extra to background to just not in the film anymore. So
you still get paid?
What?
You get paid?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's all that matters. The older I get, the less I care about being on camera. Like whatever.
Yeah.
I'll wipe my tears with the money.
Right.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. Were you originally from Nebraska?
Born and raised Omaha.
All right. And you went to California for a while for work. And...
I did, and I hated it.
Yeah.
And I moved back. Yep.
I know somebody else who did that.
Yeah. I don't know. I've never been to the West Coast, so I can't say if I'd hate it or like it. Just been to Florida.
You lived in Phoenix. I mean, it wasn't West Coast, but it was.
It's not beach country.
It's the South. Yeah, it was
it's
South.
a lot of sand.
South.
But also, where I lived in California, a beach was like us driving to Des Moines here. Like it's a whole thing. And then when you get there, it's crowded. It's gross. You pay to park. It's expensive. I would say go to the West Coast when you have 2 weeks of free time and a lot of money, and you'll enjoy it. So long as you know that eventually you'll get to leave.
I mean, that's true, right?
Damn.
We all have a. Well, I don't know. I got a certain feeling towards people in Cali. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as you're leaving, as long as you're going back to reality, I'm good with it.
So, what initially got you into comedy?
I felt like I couldn't do anything else. I knew I could make people laugh, and currently I had dropped out of college. I had started working at Party City, and I was not doing well there. Like, I just wasn't good at most things. Yeah.
Selling balloons?
Well, see, at this time we were in a national helium shortage. Thanks, Obama.
Helium shortage?
Yeah.
I remember it.
Yeah, remember?
Really?
I had to tell moms, what we know as Karens today, that we didn't have all 50 balloons for her son's graduation party.
Oh, watching them lose their fucking mind.
I thought I was going to get hands one day. Literally. These moms were upset with me. And I just had nothing going. I like I said, I had dropped out of college. I was living at my parents' house. My girlfriend had dumped me for a man, and I was just not feeling good about any of it. And so Dylan Rohde, who runs the Backline now, he came to Wayne State College, where I had just dropped out of, to do an improv course, and I was in the theater department, so I had to take it. And afterwards, he was like, "You should really think about doing improv." And I was like, "Okay, weirdo, like, no thanks." And because I was bad at it, and he finally convinced me to take a class, and I loved it. And I not only did I love it, but I was like, "Oh, I'm good at this." Like, it was the first time in my life where I was like, "Oh, like I think I'm quicker than most." You know what I mean?
Class on improv?
Yeah, long form. Mostly like learning etiquettes, like the yes and, or like, hey, if a scene starts this way, do this. You know what I mean?
I didn't know the Hill. Where did they do that
at the Backline Comedy Theater. I'm a teacher right now. My classes for the last year have sold out. I got 20 in a class today that I'm teaching right now. But it's my sort of teaching is like, hey, so you want to do makeup shit on the spot? This is how you do it well. I always say that's like a magic trick. Once you find out the rabbit's been in the hat the whole time, it's a lot less impressive, but you have the skills to then like impress other people with it.
Sure.
So yeah, I'm here to teach like, hey, if you are doing this on scene, try doing X, Y, or Z, teaching rule of threes, timing, stuff like that. And I do get a lot of stand-up people in my class because taking improv is like what football people do when they take ballet. Like they're not
Right.
going to become ballerinas, but
Right.
they're
It's working
stretching
on their footwork.
they're
Yeah.
stretching muscles that they didn't know they had.
Never stretch.
Right.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
How, if somebody wants to get into a class like that, how do they?
You can go to backlinecomedy.com or just message me on Facebook.
Yeah.
Don't attach a dick pic. Please. I get so many of those anyways. I just posted on Facebook today. A guy has been texting
So
me
weird.
hey with 3 Y's for 3 years now in a row with no response.
You never answered.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he's got some work for you because I heard you do some side work.
I mean,
No.
yeah.
He wants
some
a
kicking in
kick.
the nuts
Then
or
he
something?
needs to be a clearer communicator. If that I don't get, hey, will you kick me in the balls for money after 3 Y's?
Right,
You know
right.
what I mean? Yeah.
But so how did that come about?
A guy messaged me and said, "I'll pay you to kick me in the
nuts.
balls,"
And you're like,
and I
fucking
just
sold.
took him seriously. Yeah,
How
Yeah,
hard
yeah,
did
I
you
mean,
kick him?
yeah, I'm rolling.
pretty hard. I take him pretty hard.
Was there any aggression from Tyrell that day?
No, not at all. He is a sweetheart to me all day. It was funny too. He came with me to do
He
it,
told
and
us
he
that.
said
But
that.
He said
He
he
said
said
he
get
sat
out of the car.
He sat in the car. This poor guy. I got back in the car and we're driving away, and Tyrell goes, "Man, I just hope he's okay. Like, I hope that guy." He even goes like, "I just hope he got off or got what he wanted, because like that's just terrible." And I'm sitting in the passenger seat counting my money, being like, "I don't care."
I love that. He's
Yeah.
got such a big heart.
He does.
Oh my
Oh, he's such a
God.
sweetheart. I would say Tyrell, full golden retriever. Me, black cat. We're just like, we can coexist and stuff, but I just have a different energy than him. He's willing to meet anyone at a bar, chat it up or whatever, and I'm literally looking into my old fashioned, being like, I remember when I used to be nice. Like,
Try not to make eye contact. Just,
right?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
funny as
He
shit.
always says he wants to be the John Candy in this bitch, which I love because he just treats everyone nicely and he's liked by all. And I'm like, I'm definitely like a Chevy Chase. Like, I
There you
know
go. There
people
you go.
want to know me, but once they do, they're like, she's awful.
So, do you have to work, or does the comedy and the classes take care of everything?
I work.
Yeah.
I work. I work for a couple reasons. So, one, it keeps me humble. 2, it gives me material. And 3, it makes me feel like less of a piece of shit. Because if I'm being honest with myself, if I did comedy full time, I don't think I would grind as hard as I grind now. I think I would become lazy. And because of it, I wouldn't write, I wouldn't gig. I would just sit around and wait for people to contact me.
Yeah.
You know, I'd have too much time. Also, to get back on how bad of a person that I am, I teach special ed kids. So there's my good
There's your
out
fucking
in the
material.
world. Yes, exactly.
Hey,
So
I was a special ed kid, so thank you.
yeah.
Hey,
you were a fucking
I
spec
was.
kid, huh?
I was too.
You were a spec
Yeah,
kid?
I think it was lack of trying more than anything, though.
It was.
So
they
we
didn't
have
know-
we
they
have
didn't
two
know what
different definitions.
ADHD was
So you
back
guys are
in the
both-
day.
Yeah,
Well,
these
believe
kids
that.
aren't like going to school. You
Yeah.
feel me?
No, I still rode the long bus.
Okay, cool.
That's what this show is.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Long bus, very short talks.
Yeah.
Very
Short,
short.
short talks.
Yeah, I
Just-
still don't punctuate.
They don't go much
shout out
past the
J-Bob.
bumper.
Yeah. Jesus. I love it.
You have
Did you wear helmets?
No.
You both wear helmets?
I did. I got one upstairs.
Like more than there you go. Like not just on your bikes.
Yeah, not on your motorcycle. Just,
Not on your
just
bike.
walking?
Yeah.
Just walking, bro.
do you still do any voiceover work, or?
Yeah. Nothing that you would like recognize me in. Commercials mostly. I did I did an insurance commercial a little while ago where it was a bunch of talking dogs, and I was one of the dogs.
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Hey, that's all right though. It's
Yeah.
a paycheck, as
Yeah.
you said.
Uh-huh.
I've thought about trying to figure out how to do some of that while I sit here. You know
Right?
what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, it's great. Go to work in your pajamas.
Yeah.
No one gets to see you.
Yeah.
Oh, love it.
You want to be a voice of a talking dog?
Sure, why not,
Mm-hmm.
I'm already a mutt.
bro? A little money, man. That's all. Whatever. I'll sit here and
Yeah, talking dog. Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck it.
You should really start kicking guys in their balls. Oh, you'd make so much money. They would love you.
yeah. I am a big cuddly guy. I get
Exactly. Yeah. they
Teddy
love it.
bear.
it. Yeah.
Big old.
So do
Fucking
you
nice guy.
have anybody that you like want to work with, or would love to share a stage with?
That's such a hard question because there's so many. I think like I would love an opportunity to work with anybody. Hey, listen, you guys it said there'd only be 5 men in the room at a time.
Yeah, there's only
This,
5.
damn.
It's
You
a
got me.
puppy.
Yeah,
All right.
okay, yeah.
What's
All right.
guys? I'm
Dude.
sorry.
Yeah.
Troubles.
At 6, it's gonna start costing extra, guys. I know how this ends. There's no black couch in here, but I know.
Yeah, no
I
casting
know.
There's some
couch.
chairs.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
We don't play that. This motherfucker. Thanks for
So yes, this is Rich. Late,
Hi,
late.
Rich.
I had some vehicle troubles.
Some
Yeah,
vehicle
Mm.
troubles. Yeah, Rich. I just sent you a message. Sent you the invite.
You smell like the fucking bar from last night. God damn.
Told you.
All right.
The car trouble was I could not get into my car.
Yeah. I couldn't blow start this motherfucker.
The funny thing is, that's what he was talking about. Oh, yeah.
he said he was locked out of his vehicle.
Right there.
I thought you were locked out of your car.
Yeah.
You could have blown the machine.
Has it successfully been used?
Yeah, the lockout.
So you have a ton of people you still want to work with. Who was the
Yeah.
coolest person that you feel like you have
That I've like
shared a stage
shared a
with?
stage with Big J Okerson, Dave Attell. Those are the 2 biggest ones. That John Paul Morgan.
John Paul, he's funny.
He's
Yeah.
great. Yeah, he's super funny. Jessime Peluso. I don't know. There's too many people. Those
Yeah.
would be the big ones.
I mean, David Tell and Big J is funny too, but
Yeah.
John Paul,
He is a funny dude.
Oh, he's
I definitely
great.
I enjoy his
Raging Cajun.
right.
Yeah, so good.
You do a lot of traveling.
I do. Yeah. I'm not going like coast to coast anymore. There's one time back in 2016, I went from LA to New York across doing stuff.
No shit.
And I'd like to do that again. Yeah.
That would
That's
be
a
kind of a nice little,
Mm-hmm.
just steadily working your
So-
way
Yeah.
through.
So how does that work? Being married to another comedian,
Constant fighting.
constant fighting.
Yeah.
Like trying to outdo each other.
So like when it comes to writing, one reason I'll teach improv and not stand up is because like you have your own voice when you're on stage. It's how we could like close our eyes and tell the difference between like, oh, Big J wrote that or like Kathy Griffin wrote that. You know what I mean? They just sound different.
Sure.
Not in tone, but just the way they write. And so like every time Tyrell's like, oh, I got this funny bit, and he tells me the bit, I don't immediately be like, oh, that's funny. Because in my head, I'm like, well, this is how I would say it. You know what I mean? So I'll always say like, oh, do it this way. And he's like, yeah, if you were saying the joke, that would be funny. But he's like, that's not my voice. So there's a lot of like he's the worst person to run a bit by, and I'm the worst person to run a bit by
And he
because
said-
we're immediately just like,
kind of, yeah. Well, he said the same thing when we were talking to him.
Yeah.
You guys. I mean, trying to bounce ideas off of each other, but then I don't know. He said sometimes it just doesn't work that well.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or I'll like say you should do it this way, and he's like, no, you're wrong, and I'm like, okay, do it your way, and he'll do it that way at the mic, and it kills, and I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck you, man. Doesn't matter. None of this matters.
Right. Well, yeah, I mean, you guys have your own different styles, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Doing the strawberry shortcake stuff. Have you ever done an anime convention or any of that stuff?
Okay. No, but I think it's on the horizon because teens are starting to dress up like slutty strawberry shortcake now,
Oh,
and I'm like, we are on the
You're gonna be
cusp
slutty angel
of
cake?
being a
You're
thing.
into that, huh?
Yeah. Here's the other thing. So one of the other cartoons I did was Dino Squad, and this was of the same company that did Street Sharks. Okay. So Dino Squad had the reppin' in the back. Dino Squad had there were a bunch of kids who had morphed into dinosaurs, kind of like the Ninja Turtles. And I was on that show as a special guest. I was Raptor Girl, but Raptor Girl was an online persona played by an adult male who was trying to get kids online.
Oh, you were the fucking predator.
I was the predator. Yeah. So I do think like between Slutty Angel Cake, Predator, Raptor, Dinosaur, I feel like I could have a booth at a Comic-Con
like the Bart
and
Simpson of
just be
fucking Predators.
fine. Yeah, exactly.
I'm only asked. I did one of these anime conventions for the first time this year with my kids, and it was actually
You
kind of cool.
realizing
And
you're never gonna let your fucking kids go back there?
no, I think
A lot of
I
fucking
think it
weirdos.
was a good.
He already
You know
booked
what,
for-
dude? It was a good time.
He already booked for next year.
Yeah, no, we went to like Des Moines, I think, up to their anime convention. It wasn't too bad. There were some people there that were interesting, but you know what, dude? You can be interesting.
I don't know.
I
never was able to understand anything. I can't get into it. I don't know why. It's just not my cup of coffee.
It's not mine either. I don't understand it, and when I see it for whatever reason, it makes me angry.
Yeah, my
I
wife.
get mad about it because I'm just like, this is dumb. Why do you like this?
Yeah, that's.
But
I also my motto in life is don't yuck someone's yum. You know what I mean?
Very true. Very true.
You just gotta,
That's a good one. That's a good one to live by.
because
Don't
I got some
yuck
yucky
someone's-
stuff that
That's a
I
button,
you know.
Yeah,
That's a button.
don't yuck someone's yum.
Yeah,
Mhm.
someone's you.
That's awesome.
So,
Don't say that as a man. I just said that. No, I will never say that again.
Steve's jealous that he didn't think of it first.
He's
well,
like, no, that's stupid. I never say
That's
that.
I'm never gonna say that.
one of y'all said it real clear. I'll make it a button.
God
Yeah,
damn.
don't yuck my yum.
I'll make it a button. Have you do you have any other movie aspirations or anything you try to do there, or is it just stick to the voiceover and comedy? Or
I mean, so all of these questions, like I could be like, no, I'm really happy with my journey and where I'm at. But it's like, yeah, if someone was like, do you want to make a movie? I'd be like, yeah, I do. Like, I don't think there's any
What
opportunity.
kind of movies are you making?
well, they,
Whatever pays, man. Y'all keep trying to get me on this, and I'm like, I will say it. I want to be in a porn.
And the plot thickens.
It's not the only thing that thickens.
no,
I was gonna say that's not what we're looking for, bro. I'm gonna say.
All right. So we got that.
What the hell did we start?
Yeah.
That was funny.
I came at the great
But
part.
like, yeah, I think like so Netflix special. Sure,
That would be dope.
sounds great. I'd like to headline some comedy clubs. You know, I've been in Flappers in California, and I've done Funny Bones here in the Midwest. I'd like to do more. Get me at the
Yeah.
Improv and
that
get
would
me
be
at the
sweet too.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Comedy Store and stuff. You know.
Yeah.
So just more than what I'm doing. But what I will say is I'm not the hungriest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There are comics out there who are like so much better at getting the mics, writing, working, and doing all that shit. And I'm lazy. I'm not one of them. I'm very blessed. I believe it's who you know. And I've lived a life that knows more people because of what I've done. And so I just try not to take it for granted, and I count my blessings, and I do what I can in the meantime.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where I'm at.
Nice.
And people get mad at me for it. They're like, you don't even go to open mics. And I'm like, yeah, sucks to suck. That's my husband. He tells me that.
Of course.
He did an open mic not too long ago, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Battle of the Comics with us.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Do you guys frequent the Funny Bone?
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll have to try to get a show
Might
that both of you guys are on and get in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
That'd be great. I don't get out and do
That'd be-
enough, but I've been trying to been out more this year and the last year than I have in
Right.
a lot of years.
That's for sure.
So getting out and seeing some of our guests in action, you know, the music
Yeah.
artists and things like
Sure.
that.
I've been trying to get you out since we were like fucking 21. I've seen him out maybe 5 times.
Yeah,
Wait a minute, man. Every time we've gone out, Steve don't be there.
I know. He
What
does
are
some
you
shit.
saying?
He does some
What the
stuff.
fuck are you talking about? Like this guy goes out.
Who?
Well, recently.
This guy,
Recently.
Oh. Mateo?
Matt.
He's the one who's always asking me. What are you doing, Richard?
Yeah, Steve's always at work. Or,
He has prior arrangements.
yeah, that's all right. We're getting old. Is there anything you do for fun other than comedy?
No.
No. Pick on the husband and go to shows.
Yep.
That's good though. Keeps you entertained.
Yeah.
You got any big shows coming up?
Yeah, actually, this week is big. So Thursday, I'm at the Red Lion Lounge in Benson. No,
Yeah,
Blackstone.
Yeah, Blackstone. Yeah.
Blackstone.
Red Line is back. Blackstone.
I'm on that
Little
show
baseball ball.
with my buddy Steve Berg, who was on Drunk History.
Oh, okay.
So he and I will be doing some stuff there. Tyrell will be on that show as well. Friday, I'm in Lincoln at the Big Ten doing a Valentine's Day show. And then on the 15th, Saturday, I'll be in Denison, Iowa, doing a show there.
Okay. That, yeah,
So
And then-
moving
and then
around.
busy schedule.
Right, and then we were talking. You say every other Monday they catch you on Todd and Tyler.
Yeah, so like this coming Monday, I'll be on Todd and Tyler, and then every other Monday, I'm on
Nice.
Todd and Tyler.
Nice.
Yeah, we all listen. You know, it's, obviously.
I've been listening to Tyler
Well,
for
we've been
years.
listening to Todd and Tyler. for
Reggie's like,
20
don't
yeah,
bring me in
20,
on
20,
this.
yeah, 20. I mean, since the '90s, really.
Yeah.
So, you know, Matt and I used to listen to that shit on the way to work every morning.
Yeah.
You know, those guys are great. How was it working with those guys?
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
I genuinely love them. They're good guys.
Yeah.
And I like Nick too.
Yeah.
I've known Nick. I've known
Steve
Nick.
loves Nick.
We've had Nick on the show a
Yeah,
couple
Steve
times.
loves Nick.
Oh,
Nick is a good guy.
I like Nick. I was working with Nick when I was like 21 years old. We did a show together, and he made me do the thing where he puts in his headphones and he sings. But he made me do that with R. Kelly's "I Can Fly."
Seal sung that song, right?
Or was it Seal?
Seal, I Can Fly.
Yeah.
That was Seal, right? Wasn't it?
No.
R. Kelly.
I believe I can fly. That's R. Kelly.
Yeah, that's our
Was it R. Kelly? I don't.
Yeah,
Seal.
Oh yeah.
No,
Holy shit.
what one did Seal do?
He had that.
Wasn't it "Kiss from a Rose"?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, okay.
There
Yeah.
it is. I was
Hey,
singing it in my
just-
head trying to
just-
figure out the name.
Just to let you know, I don't listen to R. Kelly or Seal. I just,
He pulled
Okay.
Matt was
He
over there
whipped-
thinking. Matt
He
was
whipped Seal out this wallet really quick.
Ah!
no clue. So you're from Omaha. Where are you from? What high school did you go to?
I went to Marion High School.
Oh,
Yeah.
private school.
Okay.
All girls private school.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is probably why I'm funny. Because I think like I went to a really small, poor Irish school from kindergarten to 8th grade
Where?
at Holy Cross.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah. And I was so shy
Holy
there.
Ghost got the best. I mean, they got the better fish fries, right?
No,
Holy Ghost.
Holy Name.
Holy Name. That's what it is.
Yeah.
He said Holy
so many ways.
Ghost.
Oh,
Well, no,
Holy Name has the best fish fries,
right.
hands
That's what it is.
down.
Yeah, my fault. My fault.
Yeah, no, you're good. Just watch
A little,
yourself.
yeah, a little. just a little.
Don't be
you know,
yeah. First,
local info.
I forgave Seal, and it was testy with the fish fries. Just
I'm done talking.
watch it.
I'm gonna sit back and drink this.
My son went to St. Thomas More and now goes
Oh,
to
yeah.
Gross. So
Yeah.
my oldest,
Uh
and
huh.
my young ones. I moved
Gross
up.
is a good school.
Yeah.
I think if I went to school with boys, I would care too much about like what I was saying versus as when I was with all these girls, I was a class clown. And like they loved it. They liked when I like orchestrated, funny shit or said weird things. And so I think because of that, I gained a lot of confidence in high school,
There it
which
is.
is why I am the way I am now.
Well, it's, and maybe that confidence is what allowed you to get on the stage now.
Right,
You know what I mean?
which is
Right.
probably the reason why you said you trying, not trying, you wanted to show in the porn.
Right.
That's probably why.
Steve was waiting for the right opportunity.
And he
to
was
throw
just
that in
like,
there.
don't let her forget. Don't let her
Right,
forget.
right.
The
She
whole
said it.
the whole Marian Catholic. I get it. It is what it is.
So One of my stand-up bits that I do either A, when I'm like real drunk, or B, when I like plan it, have time for it. I wrote a rap song called Bake Sale, and it's kind of sick. It's got a good beat and stuff. But when I perform it, I used to perform it at the back line for like a sketch show and stuff. And I found my old high school uniform, and it still fit, brag. And I put it on, and I went downstairs to show Tyrell, and I was like, "Does this look good?" And he's like, "Get your ass upstairs right now."
He's like,
Oh shit!
I'll be right back. I'll be right up there.
Yeah, and afterwards he's like, "You can't wear that."
Right. That's funny.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Shit, I wish I fit into high school clothes.
Oh man. I should mention that the skirt didn't fit when I was a senior. I was like keeping it closed with like a hair tie and like string.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure Tyrell appreciated it.
Yeah, he loved it.
Absolutely.
He was funny when he was here. He was like, "I'm a freak."
Oh yeah. Oh, he is a freak. That is.
I forgot you even said all that.
Yep.
Yeah,
He did.
because you gave him whiskey. When he has
Yes.
whiskey, he's naughty, Tyrell.
Yeah.
So naughty.
But
She
you
said
know,
naughty.
I think we sat back for like an hour and a half after the show. They had a great conversation. He was awesome.
Oh yeah.
He was good people.
Tyrell can probably outsmoke me. He smokes a lot more than I do.
But he can't outdrink you?
I can drink him under the
Yeah.
table, man. I to his one whiskey shot, I can probably have 8, and we'll
Holy
walk
shit.
the same way.
You ain't got shit on her, Steve.
No, we're gonna fuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
That's like me and Steve, bro. Like I have 1 and he can have 8.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're kind of at the same level.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure Tyrell has a head injury. I'm sure he told you about. He like cracked his skull when he was. Oh, maybe he didn't.
No, he didn't.
Long
I don't
story
think he told
short,
us that.
he used to be construction, and he
They
got
said he
his,
was a bad kid.
got
right?
his head caught between a wall and an excavator bucket,
Holy shit!
and he got 27 skull fractures.
Holy shit.
Yeah, explains the way he is. The way he is.
And I bet a fat settlement, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And so,
Holy shit.
but
Fat
because of it, he walked away with basic unscathed,
Wow.
basically, which is
Wow.
amazing. But one of the things that he struggles with is short-term memory and balance. So he has like a drink or two, and he is like, like he is just wobbling all over
Yeah,
the
me
place.
too.
So yeah.
I had a stroke. That made me a little more wobbly.
Oh,
Yeah.
After 1 or 2 pitchers.
Yeah.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
I get you.
He said I had a stroke.
Just-
So yeah.
I'm just saying I'm not the most balanced motherfucker anymore.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
You go ahead and keep that motorcycle though.
Yeah.
I kept the motorcycle.
Yeah.
That's, I fucking one leg that motherfucker all day. I'll leave over to the other side. There you go.
Not me.
Stay him
I'm not that ready to die. Not that ready to die.
I stay away from the motorcycles.
Pussy.
So who's some of your favorite female comedians here in the area?
Jocelyn DeBonis, Heather Jones, Megan Malone, Carmela Anderson, Bree Calhorn.
So where can we find these guys at? Like, the local scene is full of men, right? This is the
I've
first-
noticed, yeah.
Well, for sure. This is the first time I've ever even heard 4 or 5 different names.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was.
Heather Jones has been around before I was around. You can catch her on Todd and Tyler. She's at the Funny Bone a lot. She tours, works with like big name people. She just opened for like Carlos Mencia. I'm
Oh,
pretty
wow.
sure.
Wow.
She's also got like 12 kids and is hilarious.
She's busy.
Yeah, and hot. Jocelyn DeBonis, she just got back from tour in Chicago. She lives in Omaha. She runs a podcast, Just Jocelyn Around, and she also runs a show called Laughter Hours, which is monthly at the Backline. Carmela Anderson is the queen of comedy. You have to have Carmela on your show.
Absolutely.
She's always high as fuck, which is awesome. She's got a
It's always gonna be
husband that
high.
she calls motherfucking Dave, who comes to everything. She's so funny. And you can catch her at the Backline around town too.
Okay.
Wait, you have a favorite club here in town? Not to like cause a rift. Maybe you shouldn't answer.
Oh
that.
no, that's okay. Improv at the Backline, comedy at the Funny Bone.
Yeah.
Pretty simple. Yeah.
Nice.
I run a monthly show at the Backline. I run a couple monthly shows at Backline. So I do think it's a staple for like that indie underground comedy feel.
The
And
new
then when
guy.
you want to see big names, you go to the Funny Bone.
Yeah.
I haven't been down to the back line before. I'm gonna have to get down and check that out.
It's pretty good.
Right.
It's that hole in a wall theater, but it's very New York, Denver, Chicago, where
Right.
it's like, yep, here's the theater that's placed in a strip mall.
Right.
Awesome. Yeah. So it's
Over
good.
there in the basement, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the little chuckle dungeon.
Yeah.
Chuckle Dungeon. That's
Well,
interesting.
in Bill and Rome, like we've got them on the show.
I love that.
Yeah,
Oh my
they're
God,
at
I
it.
love
Oh,
Yep.
they're right.
They're at
Mhm.
at the back line and
Yeah.
back line in what's that one? Barley Street.
I don't know.
Barley Street.
Oh yeah, Barley Street.
Yeah.
They used to be the old
Yeah.
the old Barley Street, but now it's called the Shakedown.
Oh, that's you're correct. You're right.
Yeah.
My fault.
Oh, that's where I got started at that open mic
Yeah.
at Barley Street, run by Dusty Stell. And Rome was there a lot too. Oh, that room sucked because you had the room of comics and the stage, and then the next barely halved room where everyone's full volume talking, drinking,
The bar.
laughing at the bar. Yeah,
You
Yeah.
haven't-
Well,
I like
you
that
know,
place though.
I didn't know that shit was going on the other side of the bar there, right?
Hmm.
So I was definitely one of those rude, fucking loud people.
Oh,
on the
me
other side
too.
of the
I
bar.
was talking full volume.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
everyone shut up when I'm on stage, but fuck you. I got nothing to say.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Anyways, like I was saying.
Do you have anybody in town that like kind of pushed you to be better, or kind of took you under their wing and taught you anything?
Heather Jones
Yeah.
is one. To be honest, I have skyrocketed in the past couple years due to Tyrell. Because when we met, I had almost completely given up on stand up. I was tired. I was bored. I was lazy. I was working a lot, and this was around COVID. So open mics finally kind of started happening again and stuff. And I was like, man, I have the same jokes I wrote 5 years ago. Like, I can't go back, especially when everyone was so excited when I moved back from California. And I wasn't brave enough to tell them that I didn't do shit out there. I didn't do anything impressive. You know what I mean? And so I met Tyrell at an open mic, and he was one of those guys that was like, I really hate telling you this, but I didn't used to think females were funny, but you're very funny. And I was like, okay, suck my dick. Like,
And he did.
and he did. And but we started to hang out more as friends before we started dating. And he was like, well, just come to the mic. Come watch me at the mic. I'm new. And I'm like, people don't watch people at the mic. He's like, no, just come to the mic. And inevitably, I would go to the mic, and then he'd be like, well, just go up. Just get up on stage and talk and stuff. And it was like, finally, like, he got me going to like weekly mics again and stuff and writing. And like, yeah, since then, I've gotten booked at the Funny Bone. I've opened for crazy people. I've won OEAAs. Like, I just.
He lit the fire again.
He lit the fire again, yeah, because he's been doing it almost 3 years now, and I'm coming up on like 11 or 12.
Wow.
So I had hit like almost my 7-year itch at that point, and it was kind of like, I might get off the pod.
Are you glad you
Look,
finally got back into it?
Yeah, he made me funny again.
the competition at the house.
The competition is real, but it's like at the end of the day, you can't help but be happy for them because you can have more than one feeling at once. So being happy and jealous can happen simultaneously. And it does happen often because it's like someone coming in and like being like, hey, I did the thing that you really want to do. And you're like,
You fuck.
awesome. That's awesome, you stupid idiot. Like, yeah, that's good. But yeah.
Well, he said, one or the other is gonna pull,
Yeah.
right?
Because there's no tying in this game.
Right.
One person's always got to
Right.
win or be better. So yeah, and it ebbs and flows. For
Right.
a lot of the
Yeah,
time,
because he said he won one show and then a couple.
You won the bigger
yeah,
one.
You won the big. Yeah. You
yeah,
won another show.
yeah. Oh yeah, he won the Clash before me and stuff. He got on the Funny Bone. So I had done comedy 10 years and never once thought about ever even submitting to the Clash of the Comics. And he was like, why? I was like, I don't know. It's not for me. I can't do it. And he's like, okay, we'll just try. And I did, and I won. And I was like, All right. You're right.
This
But
wasn't
this is
for
after
me.
he won.
He got
yeah,
you. He got you out your comfort zone.
He did. He really did. Yeah. He's the first man too that has made me talk to him when I'm upset. Usually, like if I get mad at someone, I shut down and I just go in the other room, and a man is like, "All right, cool." But Tyrell will like fucking follow me in a room somewhere, busts up the door, and he's like, "You're mad, and you're telling me 3 reasons why," and I'm like, "No, I don't want to talk about it." He's a good communicator.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
piss
Is that
you
what it
off,
is?
man.
I say,
Yeah.
must be fucking nice.
Yeah.
I can imagine her being pissed off and just roasting the shit out of somebody. Get on the
Oh.
bad side. Oh man, that'd be lethal.
That would be
I'm
rough.
sure he didn't
Leave.
talk about it, but we went on a roast. We roasted each other on a filmed show, and oh, you guys, it was devastating. I
Oh.
just
You roasted
He
him.
fucking went home and cried.
he left crispy. We got in the car, and I go, I did think your jokes are funny. He goes, I don't want to do a roast anymore. He goes, I never want to roast again.
I'm never mowing the
I
fucking
think
grass.
You should,
Yeah.
I think you should Uber home.
Yeah, he's like, actually,
Yeah.
get out of here. It was a judge thing too, and at the end, the host was like, "All right, judges, let's vote." And one of them goes, "Yeah, I think we know."
Oh,
Oh.
shit.
That's
Shit, real better. I'm leaving all the toilet seats down
Yeah,
forever.
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 Fuck.
Yeah, I got him.
That's awesome.
So do you guys,
That's
you and Tyrell travel a lot together?
Yeah, we like traveling with each other, and he also too like so. We do a lot of shows where it's just the two of us, each doing like 45 minutes. And he loves headlining and I love opening. So it's nice. There's never a fight about that. Like, just.
Neither one of you has to have the spotlight.
Mm-mm.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I like going first because by the time I'm done with them, they're tired. They don't want to laugh anymore.
So it's just a lay down.
He's got to work for
He's
it.
got to
Yeah.
earn his fucking.
How the
paycheck.
fuck am I gonna top that?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Especially when he already says he can't talk you.
Well, I just don't let them.
That's what he said.
Essentially.
Exactly what he said.
Yeah.
Nah, he's got to earn his keep.
Yeah. Nah.
Yep, that's funny.
Yeah. So where can everybody find you?
Uh,
Do you have your own YouTube?
I don't have a YouTube.
Okay.
I don't have an OnlyFans. I know.
Aw,
I know. He was gonna ask that down there.
just joking.
Rachel Ware Comedy on Instagram, and you can find me on Facebook. I post publicly about all my shows and where I'm at. Yeah.
I found a Rachel Weird YouTube, but it was like some kids playing video games. I was like, this ain't it.
Yeah, that was me. That was me.
Is
When
it?
I was a child.
So if somebody was reaching out to you to get kicked in the balls,
Facebook.
Facebook,
Yeah.
How do they reach
Instagram's maybe a little
Yeah.
more private. We can have disappearing messages.
is that what it is?
There you
go.
So I don't have Instagram. I don't know what the fuck that is.
I have it, but
Dude.
barely use it. Yeah.
I had it.
I-
I don't
I'm
know how
old.
to use it. So I don't
You know how to use it?
I don't know how to.
Oh, yeah.
So I
We're,
Believe
we're,
that shit.
we're too old for that shit.
Yeah, I'm on Instagram because that's what the young kids tell me to do.
Right.
I
No.
said the other day, I know I'm old because my instinct to get like a message a bunch of people is to message them on Facebook Messenger, and I had like a 22-year-old go, "Ew," and I was like, "Shut up! What do you do?"
Well,
She like Snapchat.
find me on the gram.
Yeah, and I don't.
Snapchat.
I have a Snapchat, but don't hardly ever use it either.
I don't either.
I had Snapchat for years. I got rid of it again for the last 4 or 5 years. I just logged back in, and it sucks.
He's got 800 snaps.
It sucks.
Yeah, they're
I
all
mean,
like, "Where you at, man?"
yeah, now my daughter like sends me all kinds of shit. Like 3 years ago, we took a picture. 4 years ago, that's the only Snapchats I get anymore.
Like, yeah, I was a lot happier then. Thank
Right.
you.
Steve's
Quit
still trying
reminding
to figure out how to
me.
Thanks
navigate
for
through this
reminding.
shit.
Yeah.
Those 2 strokes and a motorcycle accident
Ah,
ago.
you're a fucking asshole.
Oh, there's more to it.
2 motorcycle accidents and a stroke. You fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Couple trips to New York City.
That's what happens when you start really getting old. And
Yeah, you start falling over on motorcycles and
Yeah.
and,
That's true.
and having strokes.
Yeah.
Yeah, this shit happens.
I
yeah.
heard that happens. Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah, be
Hanging
careful.
out at the Stonewall.
Oh my gosh.
This fucking prick.
He
Long
did
story.
it. Yeah.
Different show.
He did it.
Oh my god.
He
That
did
was
it.
just that little out of pocket.
It's not out of pocket. It's true.
It's true.
It was on accident.
Yeah.
The man wanted a beer and just found neon lights and went in.
Listen, yeah.
Listen,
it was
We listen and we
No,
don't
so-
judge.
so- correct. I was drunk in New York and ended up on the subway, and I was tired of paying for fucking beers in Manhattan or Times Square. Tired of paying $13 a beer, and somehow ended up in fucking Stonewall Inn, and that was a horrible experience.
He was
I
tired.
got-
He
I
was
got a
tired
cl-
of paying
I got-
for the beers, but he was letting men pay for them.
So
Yeah.
if you go back to the Nick Allen show, it was in there when the story got told.
Oh,
and
it was great.
there's a clip of Nick Allen, like he's like post-op, maybe not that gay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good show.
It was great.
Oh shit. Oh yeah, Nick gets it on the Todd and Tyler show because his dad's gay too.
Oh,
yeah.
So we're always.
Oh, he was saying some shit that was, oh my god.
I know. It's so funny. It's so great.
And his old man's a little promiscuous, right?
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Sounds
Either
like a
for
little bit.
real or for the bit, but either way, it's
Yeah,
hilarious.
yeah.
They always talk about water sports on Todd and Tyler.
Jesus Christ.
Those guys are fun. We've talked about trying to get a hold of them at some point and get them in.
So the
Sure.
dad's been on Todd and Tyler, right? I don't think I've heard him.
Yeah, he goes on there.
He does?
Yeah.
I don't think
Well,
I've heard him.
Nick's dad, yeah.
Oh,
Mark, I
yeah.
think he's
Oh, is
his
that
Oh,
what
is
his
that
name?
his name?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's funny. That dude's funny. That
Good
whole
shit.
show's pretty funny. But listening to that your whole life, part of you wants to kind of, I'm not going to go get a radio degree, so like here's part of this too,
Yeah.
But yeah, good times. Well, we kind of talked about your shows and your socials. You got anything else you want to throw out there? Weekly shows or anything like that?
I mean, yeah.
Awesome.
I think at this point I'm doing at least 2 to 3 shows a week.
No, you did.
Wow.
So you'll find me.
All right.
You'll find me.
And it ramps up during the summertime?
It slows down in the summertime.
Really?
Yeah,
So-
more people are out.
Yeah,
Probably,
I was
right?
just gonna say my
Wow.
philosophy on it is like comedy is great in the winter because it's dark and cold and people have been cooped up in their houses for so long that they're like, I need to go do something, even if that's going and sitting in a dark room somewhere else.
Makes
But
sense.
you get to laugh and
Yeah.
people are getting that like serotonin and stuff.
Right.
But in the summer when it's nice out and there's concerts outside and fireworks shows and stuff, trying to get someone to show up and sit in a dark room at 8 p.m. on the weekend
when
is
it's 90
Little
degrees
rough.
near
out, yeah.
impossible.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
If the air conditioner's cold enough, I'm there.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it ebbs and flows.
Fucking man.
I do a lot of outdoor show, like, so it pays the bills, but like I do a lot of outdoor shows during the summer where they're like out in this podunk town. They're like, we've got this great outdoor patio and a stage. We have live bands all the time. And I'm like, yeah, you have live bands all the time because they can perform for 4 hours and the people outside are allowed to be loud and drink and dance and
Yeah,
yell
but
and
listen.
stuff. But if you're trying to get me to come and do comedy and being like, hey, you guys, seriously, can we settle down? Can we listen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you guys be quiet? I'm
To
like,
have all
yeah.
their attention and shit.
Yeah. So I always say, like, first of all, I can only fill an hour and a half and you're going to pay me whether they laugh or not. And you're going to get people complaining. So
We went to a comedy show. We had a few too many sitting bullshit at the bar. And of course, last thing on our fucking mind was the comic that was
Right.
over in the corner.
Yeah.
I mean, that happens.
The comedy show was in our group of 3 that we had. The shit was.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my
I think,
God.
yeah, it was unfortunate, but
Well, and that's the thing too, is like, that's not on you guys. I'm one of the last people who will ever call people out for having fun at an event.
Right.
I have done bars
oh,
before.
we got called out. They were like, "Hey, can you guys?"
Yeah, don't do that. I don't do that
Yeah.
because it's like, first of all, I invaded their bar, right? And if they didn't know a show was going on, then that's bad PR by the bar.
Yeah.
I always have a bar pay me a base amount, and I say, my suggestion is you make people pay at least $1 to get in, because then they're gonna lose $1 if they get kicked out or something. But I'm like,
Well,
whether they laugh or not,
I think we paid
Yeah, it was
to get-
5.10.
5.10,
Yeah.
something like that. We paid to get in,
yeah.
and then they're like, they gave us all our money back. I was like, what the fuck?
Well,
That was
nice. Yeah.
Well, the owner, I think the owner was like, oh yeah, everybody's here for the show. Just here's your money back. You guys are spending money, and then we
but the sound wasn't great. I mean, I think that's what killed the vibe. Had the sound have been great, and we could
And
hear
you
it,
could hear it.
right? I think what happened wouldn't have happened.
What had happened was
What happened was.
But yeah, we had a friend that just literally stole the show.
I love
The
that.
shit was so funny, and I'm laughing.
Yeah.
Oh man, it was great.
Well, I used to travel with Tyrell and 2 other guys, and we would do small town stuff. And we went out kind of close to like Hooper, Nebraska out there. And we did a show, and it was a no charge show. And the bar didn't advertise that there was going to be comedy there that night. And this was the only bar in like a 20-mile radius. Like the bar in the town.
so they were going there regardless.
Right. And that's what I had to tell these guys I was with who had only been doing comedy like half the time I have, where they're like, this is bullshit. Like they came here to see a show. And I was like, no. They came here to their bar that they've been coming to every Friday night for the past 10 years.
Right.
I'm like, we're ruining their time.
Right.
So
Correct. Yeah, trying to make them calm down.
right. It's not going to happen.
Right.
No.
I forgot the question you asked,
Oh,
but
who gives a
I will
shit?
say this is the drunkest I've ever been on a podcast.
Oh yeah.
Normally, because Todd and Tyler, I'm there very early in the morning, and if
Yeah.
I'm getting this drunk at that early in the morning, I have some questions to ask myself.
Right?
Well,
yeah.
at least we started after. We're not
I'm carrying
that early,
over
but
from
we are
last
early.
night,
But
so-
Yeah.
Listen, we had a show earlier, and I didn't make it.
yeah,
Right?
Yep.
Well, because I'm not gonna have fucking drinks at 7:00 in the morning.
we did.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not.
Hey,
Listen,
Steve, you don't have to drink, bud.
He's a fucking liar.
you're full of shit. How the fuck am I gonna do this show sober? This doesn't make no sense.
So yeah, well, all right. I guess I don't know if you got anything else exciting you want to talk about. Otherwise, I think we're out of here. We're at our 52 minutes, so we got 8 minutes left.
I think I can just like cough into the microphone
Yeah.
for the last 8
I was gonna
minutes.
say I could do a little beatbox. We could bust that rap out.
I'm gonna,
So-
you're rap.
Yeah.
I don't think I can freestyle. I think I'm bad at it, but I'll try. Wait, I have to wait. Give me a topic.
No. Oh shit. Play something.
Wasn't there a song that you had done?
Yeah. But this no. Listen. She
Okay,
wants to
I'll
freestyle.
do some of it.
Oh,
I'll
you
just
wanna-
sing that.
No,
That's
if you
it.
want to freestyle, we'll fucking make it
We'll
happen.
do both. If it's bad, you
ready?
cut it.
Ready?
Yeah.
Little beatbox. All right.
Yeah, sure. If you hungry ain't got money, we have got a wide range. Like President Obama, we could use some change. Fruit punch jammers that you can't pass. Kool-Aid guy be saying, and I quote, oh yeah, we'll make your stomach hurt. We'll make your tummy ache. Don't worry about the calories, just buy a fucking cake, bitch.
Hey!
Bro, it was actually good. That's what
That
that
was fucking dope as shit.
You're way better than Rich. Way better than
Damn. That was
I
fucking
have-
awesome.
And this is where I
That
twirl
was
my
good.
blonde hair and go, thank you guys so much for listening to me.
Ah!
Thank you guys so much for having me on.
This is the whole Marion thing comes out.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh shit.
I am a shapeshifter.
Oh,
Ah!
fucking skinwalker.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's just funny. You were actually halfway decent at that. We've
Yeah.
had,
Halfway
I'm
decent.
saying
Yeah,
that
we've
was-
had some-
I'm over here.
That was better than most
I'm worried about screwing up the beat.
Yeah, if you mess her up, she's gonna kill
I don't
you.
want to fucking let Scott down either. You know, he's gonna listen. He's like, motherfucker, what the hell?
Scott? Oh yeah, Scott.
Yeah.
Scott, Scott.
Yeah, I don't want to disappoint him.
Yeah.
And we got a buddy that's a master
Yeah.
beatboxer.
He travels,
damn.
he travels the world
and
pretty
does
much.
that stuff. It's
That's
crazy.
awesome.
Yeah. So yeah,
That's good shit.
that was
Hell yeah.
actually really good.
That
So,
was really, really good.
yeah.
I'm
Nice.
definitely impressed.
Well, we will end it on that note. Y'all have a beautiful
Nice.
day.
Can't
and
get much
We'll
better
be
than that.
back in
Was
touch.
awesome.
We'll get you
Yay.
and your man
Rachel
in here.
Ware.
Yeah.
Bye.
Look her up.
Video. Thank you.
Come and jump in the ride, hop on the bus. We gon' slide, be outside when we pick you up, take you to a